Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? Aww. Hey weirdos, so today I'm going to be doing a video with my best friend right here, Miss Avery James herself. This video is all for non-biological parents, if you are going to be one, if you are one, if you may be one in the future. I don't really know. This video might be for you. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram related to that topic, and I got like over 300 responses, which was crazy, so I picked, I feel like, the best ones to answer. Disclaimer, I am very aware that blood does not make you family. I know that. I know she's my daughter no matter what. So if you're going to comment that, I'm aware of that. This video is just maybe to help someone else out, to tell you exactly how I feel about the situation, about how I feel about her, you know, as my daughter and like all that. So, first question we have: what can the biological parent do or avoid to best support the non-bio parent? Okay, so I picked this one to start with because before even the child gets here, I think it's important that you feel involved. And Sam did a really good job of this. No matter what appointment we were at, no matter who we encountered, Sam always made me feel very much a part of the process. She would like, if a doctor said, "Oh my god, are you excited?" she would be like, "Yeah, we're excited," like acknowledging the fact that I was in the room or whatever. And we would go to any appointments and she would instantly be like, "Yeah, this is like my wife, like this is the other parent." During the insemination process, like, the doctors were very nice, and you know, even were like, you know, you can do it if you want, you know. So Sam always made me feel very involved during the whole trying to get pregnant, during her actually being pregnant. Like, she would always be like, yes, we. So if you are the bio parent, that is something I feel like you could do to make the non-biological parent feel very involved. How was bonding with her and how long did it take? So bonding with her took about 2 to 3 weeks. I was expecting, because I was so excited during the entire pregnancy, I was expecting her to come out and me be like, "Oh my god, that's my daughter," and feel like this like instant connection. And for some reason, I felt very not connected. I was excited she was here. I was excited to like see her for the first time. I was excited for all of those things, but for some reason, I just didn't feel connected to her. It might have been, you know, some of the staff had made me feel like I wasn't, bless you, like I wasn't a part of it. Sometimes, you know, things were said from like family members, which I will get into. So yeah, I don't know. It took me about 2.5, 3 weeks, and it just clicked. It was literally just like one day, nothing crazy happened. It was like one day she felt like my child. Do you feel connected to her as if you were her biological mother? Yes, now I do. And like I said, after that 2.5, 3 week period, 1000% I feel like, you know, I gave birth to her. I feel like 1000% she is my child. Like, there's no question in my mind that she is my child. Are you afraid that one day Avery will say, "You are not my mom"? Obviously you are, just imagine. Terrified of that, because I've had step parents. I've had a lot of step parents, and those are things I've said, but those were things I said because of the situations I was in with those parents. They didn't feel like my parents. I'm terrified if she would ever say that. I hope she would never say that. I hope that, you know, we would have a strong enough bond and she would never ever feel those things, but you literally never know. A child could say, "I hate you," even if they don't mean it, you know what I mean? Was it easy for you to make the decision to not be the bio mom? Okay, it was an easy decision to not be the biological mom. It was not easy to hear from a doctor that me having kids was probably not going to happen and shouldn't happen. that part, before we decided Sam was going to be the one to get pregnant, I actually was the one that was going to potentially get pregnant, but then I heard from a doctor that like because of all of my medical stuff, PCOS, endometriosis, lupus, all that stuff, that it was going to be harder for me to get pregnant, and with the lupus it could be a lot more dangerous to get pregnant. And I know that there are many women out there who have autoimmune diseases who get pregnant and have perfect pregnancies. This was just a risk I was not willing to take, and it was also for me myself, I never wanted to potentially ever pass anything on, even if they were like there's a 99% chance you would never pass it on. That there's still 1%, and that's too much for me because I can handle the stuff that I have, but I would never want her or any child to ever have to handle any of that. So the decision to have Sam be the bio mom was very easy. It was the right choice, it was the smarter choice, and it was the healthier choice. What do you do or say with negative people who say you're not the mom? Interesting. But I don't know what your definition of a mom or a parent is, but I've been there since day one. I've gotten up in the middle of the night. I have changed many diapers. I financially support, her. I emotionally support her. I physically support her. So I don't know what your idea of a parent is, but I do every single thing that Sam does, so I think that makes you a parent. Do you ever feel like Avery loves Sam more as she gave birth to her? No, I think that she definitely loves us equally for sure. I mean, she gets excited to see Sam and she gets excited to see me, and she doesn't have any I don't feel like she feels biased towards like Sam or gives Sam like extra love. If anything, like she kisses me more and like hugs me more and stuff like that. Are you afraid that some people will not accept you as Avery's mom? I mean, of course, like that, it's not like I'm afraid that they won't accept me because I know that I'm her mom. I think it's just hurtful if people say those things out loud to me because I am her mom, I feel like her mom, and of course I would love for people to see me as such because I see myself as such, and so does Sam, so it's just hurtful if someone doesn't. Do people show you the proper respect as Avery's mom, not to favor Sam for caring? Okay, so I would say 99% of the time people show me the proper respect or whatever, but there have been situations where when Sam gave birth, after she gave birth, we went to the recovery part of the hospital, and the entire staff, the entire 2-3 days we were there, the entire staff on the recovery side never once acknowledged me, never once told me anything that they were going to be doing to Avery. They would always only ever tell Sam. They even tried to stop me one time from going in the nursery because they were saying only parents allowed, and I was like, I am her mom, but obviously I wasn't wearing a gown, so they were really confused. And also they didn't show me the same respect as they did the fathers in the birth certificate room. They actually told me to leave because they didn't understand why I was there, and then they told me that they needed the father's information, and I was like, there's no father. And it was this whole thing. And so sometimes in medical situations I feel like the staff doesn't respect me as her mom. And also I have been in situations with some of Sam's family members, I'm not going to say who, but I would say something like, oh no, she's not going to have this, or yes, she can have this, or no, she's not going to, whatever decision I made. And they would always be like, well, Sam, well, Sam this, or well, Sam, or well, what do you think, Sam? And to me, I feel like that's super disrespectful, because I am her mom, and if I make a decision, then that's the decision. Just as much as if Sam makes a decision, that's the decision that's going to be made. That's it. Do you ever miss seeing some kind of physical resemblance with your baby? A part of me misses that. A part of me is sad that I won't be able to like actually say like, oh, you actually have my nose, or you actually have my whatever, because she has things that for sure 100% she has gotten from Sam, and a part of me is sad about that, and it is gonna be really shitty like for the rest of my life. I know I'm going to hear, oh my god, Sam, you used to do that, oh my god, Sam, you have that, or oh my god, Sam, like she looks just like you, or oh my god, Sam, blah 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 blah. But in the same breath, like we chose to have Sam give birth, and that was something that I knew was going to happen. And I know some people say that yes, she looks like me. I know people do say that, and I love hearing that. But to know that like she for sure has like pieces of me, like of course, like every parent I think wants to like look like their child. Who wouldn't want to look like this little cutie? Are you afraid of the day when Avery asks who gave birth? No, because just like her donor, we're always going to be super like honest with her. We want her to know everything from the beginning. We don't want her to question, and it's fine. Like I'm not gonna like be sad that like she's gonna be like, oh, you didn't give birth to me. Is that good? You like that? Have you ever had family members make annoying comments, and how did you respond? Yes, I have. Not my family members. They've all been very respectful, and you know, this is something Sam and I do talk about. There are comments that are sometimes made, and it is really hurtful. But of course, I always like bring it up to Sam. I'm always like, you know, yeah, could you talk to them, because it is hurtful for me to feel like I feel like her mom, but then sometimes comments are made that make me like bring me down. That I'm like, why would you say that? You wouldn't say that to an adoptive parent. You wouldn't say that to the dad. Yeah, so there are comments that have been made. I'm not going to say what they are, but comments have been made. Do you feel like you have to do extra for Avery because you're the non-biological parent? Okay, I feel like I do have to do extra, and it's not even like that there's like a competition. Sam has never once made me feel like I have to do extra. I think it stems from like insecurities of not being her biological parent, and I also think that because I didn't have a great relationship with like my mom growing up, and I never knew my dad, I think that stems from, you know, wanting to show her like how much I love her, and to show her that like I am her mom, and you know, I would do anything for her. And so I think it's like a self like competition, because Sam never once makes me feel like I'm not her mom, or like that I need to like do extra to show her. I just love to do that, and I do think it stems from like my childhood. But anyways, say we love you. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. You bye bye.